Assalamualaikum to our beloved doctor, nor is it Marine Abdulaziz. We are from Group 3 Sense, going to present our topic, which is automation and artificial intelligence in taking over accounting duties.
Hello everyone, my name is Saini Lee. My metric number is 26X10X. I'm going to continue this presentation. Introductions. The world is changing rapidly. Automations and artificial intelligence (AI) is taking over traditional accounting duties. The traditional manual system is going to be improved into technology-based modern system truly. It is not impossible in the modern world about the accounting without technologies. Highlight the differences between traditional accounting with computer-based accounting to find out whether technology can replace accountants in the near future.
My name is Tiram Shahamatsu and I'm matric number 261208. I'm going to explain about the background now. Time is changing. Certainly, all systems are being changed to the computerized ones. Now, AI, in that sense, certainly bring benefits to the company. Now, this topic is chosen because you want to study the differences in the change system, how the AI has impacted accounting, how they can also be used, and to whether or not found out they will replace accountant in the near future.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nur Sabrina Kamilia binti Muhammad Zain 267553. Objective of this study is to describe the differences between traditional accounting with computer-based accounting, to study the impact of AI in accounting, to discuss how AI can be utilized in the real world, and to find out whether technology can replace accounting in the near future.
Literature review will be divided into two parts.
Hi, my name is Su Yueqian and metric number is 251234. Now I will introduce the history and definition of AI. AI is artificial intelligence. It refers to the ability of digital computers or computer-controlled robots to perform tasks usually associated with intelligent organisms. In the first half of the 12th century, science fiction made the world familiar with the concept of AI robots. By the 1950s, there had been a generation of scientists, mathematicians, and philosophers in the world, and their ideas had been culturally integrated into the concept of AI. From 1957 to 1974, AI flourished. Computers can store more information, which makes them faster, cheaper, and more accessible. The duration between 1974 and 1980 was the first AI winter duration. The AI winter refers to the period when computer scientists are dealing with severe shortage of government funds to conduct AI research. In 1980, after the end of the AI winter, AI once again launched the expert system. Soon, from 1987 to 1993, there in the second AI winter duration, investors and the government once again stopped funding AI research because of the high cost but the poor results. Now AI has developed to a high level. The concepts of deep learning, big data, and data science are now booming. Today, companies such as Google, Facebook, IBM, and Amazon are collaborating with AI and creating amazing devices.
My name is Nurul Ahmad Izzati binti Halim Nazri. My metric number 264942. I will discuss about the definition and history of traditional accounting. Traditional accounting is different from accrual accounting. It involves the recording of all transactions and receipts regardless of whether they were paid or not, and requires the company to pay income tax if the consumer hasn't paid. Accounting has been used in various cultures for thousands of years. The bookkeepers were most likely hired during this period when bartering was still in its early stages, next used in improved phases. This method of keeping track of transactions was very time-consuming and it requires a long time to complete. The mathematical monk, Italian monk Luca Pacioli developed the concept of accounting, which became the basis for modern accounting. Early financial statements, corporations already reported their financials in their balance sheets, income statement, and cash flow statement in order to draw investors. Last birth of profession, accountants were already very important in attracting investors.
Difference between traditional accounting and computer-based accounting. Traditional accounting refer to the accounting transactions according to the method suggested by the father of accounting, Luca de Pacioli. Luca Pacioli was a Franciscan monk. In traditional accounting, an accountant made calculations and input financial data manually. For centuries, accountants worked with ledger, enter information with a pen and make calculations by hand. Use pen and paper to record transactions. Computer-based accounting, computerized accounting. Computerized-based accounting system refer to integrations of different component systems to produce computerized books of accounts and computer-generated accounting records and documents. Comprise of computer system and software, use of computer and internet to enter transactions electronically.
This is the parameter of comparison between traditional accounting with computerized accounting.
Next up is to see what is the impact of AI to accounting. Now, AI certainly helps accountants in their work, but it also has a risk when we are using it. When doing mundane tasks like recording and stuff, accountant tends to be, it could be a very tiring because it has a lot of work. Now, AI could replace those work. So technically, AI could replace accountant. But the fact that accountant also do important decision making and also critical thinking, that will always be done by human accountant because it almost cannot be replaced. Now the second one is auditor can also be held by AI, as AI can shorten the audit time by sorting and reading documents for them, while the auditor can focus on things that are more important like estimation and judgments. Now, as AI has their plus, they also have their minus. AI is currently in its infancy stage of development, meaning that it will still learning from humans. If any human it learned from has any kind of bias, the said AI could be said to incur a permanent damage. And the second risk is that because it needs to be connected to the internet to be very useful, AI is also very weak or vulnerable to any kind of cyber attacks.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nohanadi binti Manafi 267 I'm going to present to the next slide, which is how AI can utilize into the real world. First, how AI can utilize into the accounting industry. We have three, which is trading, brokerage firms, and also baseline AI intelligence. The first one is trading. Trading is mainly concerns with the ability to accurate the forecast the futures. The second one is the machine learn how to recognize the previous data. The second one, which is the brokerage firm, is introduced by the Nomura Security, which is one of the largest Japanese brokerage firm. It's also the business target to evaluate the experiences of a stock trader. The last one is a baseline AI intelligence, which is the one to deliver the powers of the modern accuracy reverse automations. Okay, the next slide, which is the practical challenge AI to lies into the accounting industry. We have 2 points. First, which is the machine learning into the business and the accounting software. So the most accounting will come content into the machine learning. The second one is the most common method for the small organizations to implement the AI tools. The second point, which is the systematic AI skills and capabilities. So, despite the abundance of the free software available in these regions, it's necessary to use the existing software suppliers for the legal and regulatory reason. The second, which is even the data necessary using via the clouds, the significant hardware and computer's power is needed due to the amounts of data involved. Thank you.
The next discussion is how does AI and automation technology helps accountant. The first one is accounting activities that AI can perform. AI helps in implement business policies. For example, AI will analyze receipt of employees' credit card transaction and travel reservation to verify when spends have been made outside the policy, which allow the auditors to evaluate mistakes easily and to make sure that workers follow all policies. Second is flexibly enter and analyze data. AI enables accountants to monitor time-consuming and unnecessary transactions more closely. So, the accountant just need to enter the data and then the system will analyze and generate the report. Lastly is reduce the fraud risk. AI can forecast the trends and diagnose a wide range of financial anomalies. The identification of anomalies in scarce information is relatively easy using conventional method of detection of fraud, but it is no longer scarce as we work with thousands or even millions of payments. AI work for these big complicated data sets very well. Next is how accountants can stand out against AI. First is advice and consultation. Computers are rarely used to give advice or consultation. This is because consultancy and advisory normally need the accountant's expertise. Computer for sure does not have experience to solve the client's issue. Next is how complex software should be used. To be more specific, in doing accounting work, they use AI to help them ease the work as the application software or accounting system cannot be performed on their own. Lastly, the touch of a person. No matter how good AI is, most people want to interface with a living human who understands their needs and concerns. In the reality of accounting, no sensation is found on computer as well as the human's feeling is hard to be interpreted by a machine. That is why it's so important that the accountant presents in their job.
Next, we will discuss about will technology replace accountants in the near future. Technology has advanced at such a breakneck pace in recent years that it has almost taken on a life of its own. Every region, including our own profession of accounting, has seen continuous technological advancements. Artificial intelligence, AI, and blockchain are two of these innovations that have the ability to transform the accounting profession. AI technology refers to intelligent machines that are capable of performing routine, monotonous tasks with greater precision and in less time than humans. In recent years, AI has advanced to the point that it can now perform a wide range of accounting tasks, including tax planning, payroll, and audit. Now that AI is doing all of the big accounting tasks and it left with one career-changing question, which is, do we still need accountants? And the response is unmistakably yes. Accountants must adapt to the modern operating methods and embrace AI.
According to our report, we know that AI is widely used in the accounting industry. The internet and big data are used to centralize the most basic parts of accounting, so that AI can replace manual bookkeeping to complete basic accounting-related tasks. AI not only play an indispensable role in accounting, auditing, and taxation, but also promotes the long-term development of enterprises and enhances their competitiveness. It's possible to enable accountants to better adapt to the development of AI, so that AI can serve accountants quickly and will to promote the healthy and orderly development of the AI industry.
That's all from us. Thank you.